Texas and all over the world. Thank you for tuning in to Swahili TV Network. Today in our studio, we are privileged to be having one of the iconic ladies in the DFW Metroplex, in the person of Dr. Josephine Ladipo. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Dr. Sisi.
Thank you. She is here for several reasons, but we are proud to show that within the DFW community and the entire African community as a whole, we have women of substance who are able to do their own. And she's here with us to talk a little bit about the book, her motivations of writing the book, and how best she can help other women in the event of any dark clouds, how best they can surmount some of those dark clouds. To start with, my very first question is, Dr. Ladipo, you know yourself better.
Yes.
Can you just introduce yourself? Because you can do a better job than I can.
Okay. Josephine Ladipo, Dr. Josephine Ladipo, originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa. I live in Dallas, Texas. I am an educator, but now I'm author. I am a proud mother of 2 grown successful children, Jeff and Bridget Ladipo. That's my introduction.
And I'm sure if Jeff and Bridget are at home watching you right now, they should be proud of Mom. What made you write this book?
Oh, so many reasons, so many occurrences, Dr. Sisi. But to everything, there is a season. Okay?
Ecclesiastes says it's in the Bible.
Really?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I believe so. And we have all our seasons where challenges of life are overwhelming, you know. But we have a mighty God, a God that nothing is too big or difficult for Him.
Amen.
If you align your thoughts with God's thoughts and start to dwell on the promises of His words, you'll be equipped to withstand any adversity that comes your way.
Praise God, praise God.
Dr. Sisi, I didn't have that many choices anymore. After all these years, I have read so many books, inspirational books, to remain positive. Meditate on my daily devotional books and the Lord's words for strength and boldness to be able to confront this childhood trauma that I have buried it so far, so down. I have buried it so down that it was so difficult for me to bring it up. It was so difficult for me to bring it up.
Well, I don't want you to let the cat out of the bag yet.
Okay.
Because the juicy side is coming.
Okay.
And I can see how feisty you are. You're ready to go.
I'm ready.
All right, save your thoughts.
Okay.
There's gonna be a few seconds commercial,
Okay.
and when we come back,
Okay.
you should be ready to go.
All right, Dr. Sisi.
Is it a deal?
It is a deal.
Good job.
I'm ready.
Viewers, stay tuned. When we come back after this brief commercial, Dr. Ladipo will go a little bit deeper as to her motivation for writing this book. Stay tuned.
This is Soar High TV Network, a place you can depend on for inspiration and motivation.
Thanks for tuning in again to Swahili TV Network. With us is a proud guest in the person of Dr. Josephine Ladipo. the author of For the Father's Vision for Women's Empowerment. I have 3 beautiful girls, and I am dying to listen from our Dr. Ladipo. Dr. Ladipo, before we went for this brief commercial, you said you were hinting us as to your motivation for writing this book. Why did you stay silent after all these years?
Dr. Cecilia, this was not an easy decision for me to come forward. Reason being that our country, our original country, Sierra Leone, West Africa, sexual assault has become so normalized. I just thought to myself, and then, you know, writing this book, for me, I think I will speak to a lot of women out there that are holding in secret. Women who have been sexually assaulted will resonate with my story. When I want to reach out to women who have experienced the same or similar situation of what happened to me, I will have to tell my story. There's no go around it. I just have to tell my story. When I want to provide encouragement, comfort, inspiration to other women that are holding in secret.
No, I mean they have to go through this book.
They have to go through that book.
Yes, yes.
I have to tell my story. And I'm pretty sure, just like the question you asked, why did I decide
to wait this long?
To wait this long? Because like I said, you know, the stigma,
Yes.
when it comes to sexual assault in our, even culturally, there is a cultural stigma about taboo, sexual assault,
Yes.
the shame, the
shame,
embarrassment.
yes.
Nobody want to be described as that woman, that victim. But of course, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor.
And you know, in our culture, the culture, because we do have this male chauvinism kind of thing,
Yes.
somehow it's not the man's fault, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
And so that brings that shame and
Embarrassment,
yes.
disgrace. So, you know, you'll be going, and oh my goodness. Dr. Cecilia, the thing that, that is really bothering me more, that I decided to come out and help others that are holding in secret, is that one sexual encounter, a rape or sexual assault on a woman, that scar you for the rest of your life. The woman is paying price for this. But for the man that
it goes about his normal life.
yeah, it's about his normal life, it's just 5 to 10 minutes enjoyment. But what he doesn't know, that the women, this stays with the woman for the rest of her life.
I was reading a book and I found something there that you began to touch on. It mentioned about how in the book the author was talking about God is whispering that it was good, it happened to you. And as I was reading the book, not your book, another book on these issues, as I was reading the book, I think the author was trying to take me somewhere that God went through you for a reason, so that you can be a blessing and a voice for the voiceless. And so when you touch the issue of God and your motivation, the book just came out alive.
Okay.
That yes, it might have happened to you, but God was using you for a moment like this.
Thank you, Dr. Sisi. Yes, and this issue has become such. I mean, how long ago this happened to me?
But you still remember.
I still remember it. Every time, Dr. Sisi, I hear Amber alert. It brings back memories. As if it just happened all over. Amber Alert is like, oh, they kidnapped a little girl. Now that girl is going to be sexually assaulted, or the child might be even killed. You know? So this is what I say. For the woman pay the price. It stays with the woman for the rest of your life.
It's like a scar.
It's like a scar. So that's where we need to come out and start being a voice for the voiceless, and start reaching out to women who are crying in darkness. So I know the president and the first lady have done a remarkable job.
I was almost gonna get to that point next.
Really?
Oh yes, that was gonna be my next, because when I see you, for someone who of your stature, I've gone through these crucibles, and you're now here as a proud educator, an author, and I think, was it last year or 2 years ago, the first lady of Sierra Leone came out with her initiative, and the president is strongly supporting her and the girl child effort. I think you'll be a voice to them. Have you reached out to the first lady?
When I went to Sierra Leone in 2018, I visited her just to say personally thank you for the job.
Did she know this one is out?
No, she doesn't know yet.
We're
working. We are.
Well, you need to get her.
We are in the process. We are in the process.
Yes.
I went there to see her just to say thank you in person for the job well done. You know, but I didn't tell her.
Wow.
I didn't tell her that, you know, whatever you're doing, hands off our grass. You know, I'm a survivor, because Dr. Sisi, not only, I think about 3 weeks ago, I was able, as grown as I am, as old as I am now, it's only 3 weeks ago I was able to tell my children that I was sexually abused at the age of 7. And I couldn't even go there. I cannot even open my mouth to say the word rape. I have to write a poem to them. Can you believe? I have to write a poem to my children.
I was going to say I'm sorry it happened, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry it happened. I'm going to stand behind you to tell the story.
Thank you, Dr. Sisi.
Because this is coming, it's becoming the norm. And even when you look at statistics tells you that out of 1,000 cases here in the United States, it's only 5 men that are eventually prosecuted. And so I was saying to myself, what happens to the 995 men? Okay.
Talking about statistics in America, I read this press release from No More Foundation. The statistics states that 1 in 3 women have been sexually assaulted at one point of their lives, and then 1 in 6 men have experienced sexual abuse before age 18. And listen to this. It says 65% of victims that decide to come forward, they all say nobody helps them. So this is a global epidemic.
It is.
It's a global. And then when we go to Sierra Leone statistics, let me read what the Sierra Leone police said about sexual assault. The statistics.
Okay.
All right. In 2014, the National Crime Statistics recorded 77 cases of rape and 2,124 cases of sexual penetration, and most of these cases are minors. And then in 2018, Sierra Leone Police Service says each month hundreds of cases of rape and sexual assault are reported, with thousands more going unreported. 70% are minors. How long is this going to go on?
It breaks my heart with
70% of these cases are minors.
Yes. And in things like this, I think we should not only be asking women to help us, but us men should be in the forefront. Look at my shirt, guys. You need to get one. Yes.
Yes, you are not alone. You are not alone. So we need, this is where we're going to need this. And even though this havoc or disease is affecting women, but indirectly it's affecting men too.
Yes. I'm a father. If it happens to any of my kids.
Yeah. So that's where we need men. We need men to come and help us out.
Yes.
A woman alone cannot handle this, cannot do this. We can't do this on our own. We need strong men, righteous men to come and join us in this fight.
And I'm sure for far too long this thing has festered, it has continued because men have been silent. They say it's a woman issue, let them handle it.
Exactly.
And so it continues unabated.
Exactly.
At some point we need to do something. When we come back, viewers, stay tuned, stay tight for a few seconds commercials. When we come back, then we'll begin to go deeper into the plans that Dr. Ladipo has concerning helping women who have been going through such crucibles.
This is Soar High TV Network, a place you can depend on for inspiration and motivation.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to Soar High TV Network. Today, again, I won't get tired of saying it, we're privileged to be having Dr. Ladipo, who's just written a beautiful book titled Father's Vision for Women's Empowerment, a memoir of overcoming adversity. Dr. Ladipo, the president has been big. I think this is one of his signature initiatives in the country. What would you like to see him do more, or what do you think, how far has he been working as it relates to social justice in the country?
Dr. Sise, first of all, I want to go back and say thanks to the President, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, for his leadership, and the First Lady for bringing awareness to this epidemic in our country. Dr. Sise, I cannot stress enough that leadership matters. Without the President of Sierra Leone, I would have never written this book.
Okay.
This book would have never been written if it was not because of President Julius Maada Bio. Because, just like we are saying, we need men to back us up. We need men to support us. So, if such a horror things that are happening to girls, and for me, after all these years, it's not going to be like as if I'm sitting in the classroom and then just come out and put my hand up and tell someone that, excuse me, I think I was sexually abused at the age of 7. As normalized as sexual assault is now in Sierra Leone. Somebody might just say, oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something important. Next.
Yes.
So you need an audience.
An audience, yes.
A sensitive issue like this, you need an audience.
And the president has provided the platform.
Oh my God, he had. Let me see.
Yes.
See. Let me on page 10.
Page 10.
Actually, chapter 10. Chapter 10. Rape in Center of Social Justice in Sierra Leone. New government, new day. Rape. The unspoken trauma has been revealed and now declare a national emergency in the country of Sierra Leone. Shh. Did I say rape cases have become a part of national emergency in the forefront of His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio's new direction? Yes. Yes, Dr. Sisi. He is the one that gave me voice to be able to write this book. Because, like I said...
And I hope he's listening.
He is the one that gave me voice. Because of the stigma, the shame, and when the cases of sexual assault against minors is not, it's just doubling. Day by day, it's just doubling. Being a leader, a righteous person that believe that, you know, I can stand up tall for those women out there, those girls out there. So when I heard him say, I cannot be silent anymore, I cannot be silent, and he reinforced a stricter punishment for predators. I said, wow.
Was it life imprisonment?
Life imprisonment, from 15 years to life imprisonment. I said, wow, somebody have my back. I think I can stand tall and let the whole world know that I was sexually abused at the age of 7. So he has given me voice to reach out to other women.
Viewers, if you're watching, this book is currently on sale. It's out now. You can check Amazon, and it's titled Father's Vision for Women's Empowerment, a memoir of overcoming adversity. Grab your own copy right now. It's on sale. It's going fast. Dr. Ladipo, I know Bridget is watching now, and Jeff.
Yes.
Did I get their names right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Do you think they are ready to leave you to go to Sierra Leone and push your case?
Yes, they are.
They are willing to leave you?
They were.
For sweet mother to go?
They are. I mean, they were so hurt. I'm glad that they are grown.
Okay, they can handle it.
Yeah, they can handle it before I can reveal this to them. Because the night I send that point to them, it's like that up to 2 a.m. Bridget was still texting me. Just like taking intake, interview me. Mom, did anybody know about this? When did this happen to you? Who else know about
And
it?
you know the American kids?
Yeah. Who else know about this? Huh? Mom, why are you just saying this now? I said, Bridge, there was nothing you could have done for me apart from just sympathize and empathize with me. But now, because of the president's agenda, he has strongly opposed sexual assault against minors. I think, being a survivor, I can be able to support the president and the First Lady on this issue.
And it goes to what I said earlier on when I said, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. The best way to defend is to attack, go against the perpetrators. Yes, yes. And so the president is in line, and may God bless him for that initiative. Because we all have daughters. We all have, no matter whether you agree or disagree with him, but on this issue, I think it's a moral one that we need to support him on.
Dr. Sise, this issue is not political party issue.
No,
this
it's
is
not.
national.
It is.
It's a national issue. This is where men have to come together, all hands on deck. APC, SAPP, NGC,
all humanity.
Yeah, humanity.
Yeah, yeah.
If you are a Sierra Leonean, a Sierra Leone national, we all need to join hands to help the president and the first lady on this issue.
Yes, yes.
Because we're talking about sustainable economy, Dr. Sise. We are not going to obtain that without women. So we have to nurture our girls to flourish. We need to cultivate our girls into tomorrow's leaders. If you give them the chance, you give them the opportunity, girls can become doctors. They can become lawyers, teachers.
You're a living testimony.
Thank you. Thank you. So we need to stop destroying the lives of these girls. We need to Here is one economist from Nigeria. She said, if you educate a boy, you educate only one person. But if you educate a girl, you educate a family, and implicating nations. So we need to nurture our girls. They should not just be using girls as sex objects. You know, there should be respect for women.
As we talk, I'm sure there are some curious parents out there watching us right now, dads and moms. What advice can you give to them as it relates to their younger ones? Because you're also an educator.
Yes.
So can you please look at the camera and talk to them?
Dr. Sise, this is one thing I'm really thinking about. Again, in 2019, sometimes in March, I was in Sierra Leone. But again, I need to really go and sit down and try to see the First Lady that is really working so hard on this issue. But there are more that we can do. We can come up with a simple read, a booklet, that because the kids are the one that we're supposed to teach.
Yes.
That how they should behave, the differences between good touch and bad touch.
Yes, that's true.
Here in the class, let me give you a little bit of my background. I was a social worker.
Okay.
I have worked as a social worker for the state of Texas. I was in the investigation unit. So, I think we need to come up with a booklet, a level book for children that we can be reading. These kids go to school every day, right?
Yes.
They will need to read these books to them, telling them about sexual assaults, what type of touches consider bad touch and good touch. So as much as we bring the awareness to the grown-up, the children need to be taught.
I agree with you, and with the way you are bringing these ideas. I think, don't you think it's about time that you find a way to get an audience with the president and the first lady? Because I'm sure in their minds they're waiting for someone like you to step up. Now you just added something else to your resume, the social worker aspect. So here's a social worker, an educator who have been able to overcome adversity and is now prepared and determined to come up with this beautiful book. And who else is better suitable to tell the story and work with the president on issues as it relates to sexual assault? A lot of women are in the forefront, but some of them have not even gone through what you have gone through. So I think if I were the president, I'll just pick up that phone and call you. Yes, because I need credible people around me who are able to push.
Would that be nice?
Yes.
Would that be nice? But I mean, Dr. Sise, really, as we were talking about what I need to tell the parents, here, the time I was working as social worker, we have something they call stranger danger. I would have never been sexually assaulted if I was not too comfortable with that stranger. But you know, it's a destiny. Everything God has in plan for you. You know, just like you said, probably that happened to me for me to be a voice to others.
Yes.
But here are two girls that we are approached by a stranger. How on earth a man, a stranger, going to call two girls to go and assist him with his load? And not in a house, not in a town, but in the forest. Why?
We're taking a few seconds commercials, and when we come back, we will begin to wrap up.
TV network, a place you can depend on for inspiration and motivation.
Welcome back, SOAR High viewers. If you're joining us now, we have in the studio today Dr. Josephine Ladipo, author of Father's Vision for Women's Empowerment, a memoir of overcoming adversity. Dr. Ladipo, we're here today, and this book is out.
Yes.
You just didn't write it so that you can keep it in your shelf.
No.
You want it in the hands of people.
Correct.
Not for the sake of money, because you're sufficient in the sufficiency of the Lord.
Yes.
But you want the message to go into the hands of parents all over the world. Do you have any plan on launching this book?
Oh yes, Dr. Sise. First of all, let me say thanks to the Dallas Fort Worth community. I have got so much support from the Dallas community on the fundraising or the launching of this book. So now we have 2 dates. The SLPP, NA, the women's wing, they all have come together for us to have a Zoom virtual fundraising for this book, because they all believe that this is a great effort for us to raise money and help the kids over there. You know, the president and the first lady, they have done a great job, but again, we the survivors, we have decided to come together. I'm collaborating with other survivors.
Okay.
Musu Kamara and Khadija. So all of us are working together to raise funds. Okay. So far, the women's wing, SLPP NA, they have come up with a date. It's going to be on the 20th. And Dallas...
in June.
In June, this month.
So you're talking on next 2 weeks?
Oh my God, yeah. Yes, yes. And then the Dallas Fort Worth, we're going to have a drive-by book launch because of the pandemic. Okay. So nobody is not going to gather together. But I will appreciate all those who are going to come together to grab their copy. And the book is $22. The t-shirt is $15. The t-shirt is $15, but as a package, it's $30. Both the t-shirt and the book is going to be $30.
That's a giveaway.
It's a giveaway, you know. I know,
that's a giveaway.
But there are people out there who are going to give more than it. They've already told me that they're going to give more money than $30.
Praise God.
Because they believe in this.
In your cause.
Yeah, they believe in this cause.
People will always support your cause when it's genuine, and this is one genuine one. That yeah. So. So this is where we are right now on the sales, and the book is available at Amazon, like you said earlier on. Amazon Live is available. Get your own copy of Father's Vision for Women's Empowerment, a memoir of overcoming adversity. Get your own copy. Get your own copy. You don't want to be told, because I'm not going to share mine with you. On a serious note, Dr. Ladipo, as we wrap up today's interview, what is the final message do you want to give out there?
The final message I want to give out there is that women who are sexually assaulted or who have been sexually assaulted, I want you to know that you are not alone. Some of us, we are hiding it, like I said, because of the stigma, the shame, the embarrassment, but it reached a point that I can't hide it anymore, because the disease has become
continues to spread.
Yeah, continue to spread.
Yes,
continue to spread.
Yeah,
because you should be thinking that 50 years ago, this should have been. I would have never come out if there was no more sexual assault, raping minors. I would have just stayed with it. But since it continues, yeah, increasing, the occurrences is like on daily basis. So women, if you read this book, if you hear me, if you are a survivor, please contact me and join us to collaborate to be able to help the First Lady and the President And my last message is, again, we need to nurture our girls.
You're forgetting the men.
We need to
Talk to the men. Talk to the men. They're the hard-headed ones.
men. I need you. I need you more than ever. I need men more than ever. Without you, we're not going to be able to succeed, because they're just going to ridicule us. But if they see men behind us, that enough is enough, we're not going to take this anymore, I know this will come to an end.
Praise God.
It will become a history.
Praise God.
So that's my message. Buy the book. Let's invest into this book and invest into our children, our victims, our vulnerable kids, into this cause.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ladipo. Viewers, if you're watching, I want you to join me so that we can join Dr. Ladipo in pushing a campaign awareness against sexual assault. For far too long, the society has continued in hiding sexual molesters and predators. It is about time we begin to come out. And those of us that have been in the closet, come out. Join Dr. Josephine Ladipo. It is no longer a taboo. It is no longer a stigma. Efforts through this book will begin to touch vulnerable lives in Sierra Leone and all over the world. Together we can do this.
Yes.
If your computer or your phone is close by you now, I'm asking that you go to Amazon and get this book. It is titled Father's Vision for Women Empowerment, a memoir of overcoming adversity. If you live by the DFW Metroplex, the launch date will be June 21st at the Simpson Hall in Garland, Texas. Please show your love, not just to Dr. Josephine Ladipo, but for so many of those women and children out there who are yet to overcome their own adversity. On that note, I want to say thank you, Dr. Ladipo. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you. You don't know how blessed you are and how your story has touched so many lives watching us right now, men as well as women. And as I said earlier on, God let it happen for a reason. And you said there's a time for every season.
Yes.
And everything that has been going on, you going to school faithfully, you turning your eyes against whatever had happened, and learn till you get to where you are in life, walk through the social work department, become an educator, and now an author. It was God's deliberate plan in your life.
Destiny.
So that when you stand up to speak, you stand up to speak with authority. No one can doubt you. You are a child of God.
Thank you.
You are not doing this just because. You are doing it because you believe in what you're doing. You're not doing it for anyone to feel sorry for you. You have made yourself. You have beautiful kids who are successful in life. So you're not doing it for money. You're doing it for the cause. And for that, may God bless you.
Thank you.
May God crown your kids with favor.
Thank you.
As you stand up amongst the crowd of women who are hiding, as you stand out to give them a voice, may your voice never go under the table.
Thank
May
you.
it always go higher and higher. And together we can soar high. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Thank you, viewers, for watching us. This is again Soar High TV Network, the community station. Here at Soar High, we don't just fly, we soar. Thank you.
Thank you.
is Soar High TV Network, a place you can depend on for inspiration and motivation.